Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is part 2. And all I did this on part 1, and now I'm doing a butterfly. And if I don't take too long, we'll do a couple of flowers. But all I did was go to Google, and I searched butterfly, and I came up with this one. And it's pretty big. It's 1367 by 10, or 52 or 54 out of all these. And there, all I did was butterfly clip art, black and white. That's all I did. So we'll go to back to the drawing, and I've got the butterfly. I made a copy. I always make copy of my clip art, and you can see it's clip art because it's got a white background. So I'm going to take it and it's black and white, so I'm just going to trace bitmap. Now yours might be here under bitmaps and trace and clip art. I use clip art 99% of the time. It did a really good job at tracing it. Now I'm going to move it over manually. From here on, do not move it without nudging it, because later on I'll show you. But there's a lot of white in here and a lot of white. So what we need to do is go to group and ungroup. And if we look, there's a lot of white. Let me zoom in here, pick a white and delete it. So there's a lot of white. So we need to get rid of that white. The easiest thing to do is go to edit, find and replace, go down here to edit query, go to uniform fill and actually double click on the text. Let's move it out of the way a little bit. Go right here to the arrow key and get this eyedropper and set it on that white. Then hit OK, and then find all, and then hit delete. It found all the white. Now, like I said, you can move it, but after a while, you don't want to move it manually like I just did. You want to nudge it, and it's pretty important. All right, now we can, because this is a bunch of stuff, we can make a boundary. And I'm going to nudge it out of the way. I'm going to open up the contour tool, which is under effects and contour. I'm going to contour it just like we did the letters 0.1. Now I'm going to go and break the contour apart, and I'm clicking on the inside one, and I can just delete it because all we want is the outside one. Now I nudged it right back. Now you can move it manually for a minute, and if we're kind of mimicking this other pendant piece of jewelry, now if you will take the outline and nudge it over twice, take your text and nudge it over twice, grab it both, and weld it, and then nudge it back. So there's your jewelry. Now, I'm going to go ahead and add the ring or the circle for the clasp or go through. So we'll make it about that big. And for that, we're going to zoom in, and we're going to just kind of place it, see how it looks. Maybe make it a little bit bigger. And then we're going to Control D and make a duplicate. And then while holding down the Shift key, make the inner part of the ring. Now, I'm going to place this where I want it. I've evidently got something else picked too, because I didn't get a square bounding box. And I would put that about right in there. Now what we need to do, let's edge it up just a little bit. Let's 0.01. Grab the inside and nudge it up twice, grab the outside and nudge it up twice. That'll work pretty good. Now I'm going to change my nudge factor to 2 inches, and I'm going to nudge this center ring out of the way. I'm going to select my border of my object, hold down the Shift and select the circle and hit weld, and then nudge this back the exact same 2 parts. Now you have part of that jewelry. And just kind of prove that it works, you can take your Smart Fill tool and fill that in, and there's your outline. We can tell you what, let's make it in a yellow so you can tell the difference. And there's your outline to your, now the inside the butterfly looks like it's white, but it's really not, because we've taken the background of the Corel screen is white. That's really all you do. Now I'm going to go ahead and make one more to try to help this gentleman and find a couple of flowers. So maybe stay tuned for part 3. Hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.